Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you for joining us on Till the Wheels Fall Off, a podcast by two folk couple. I'm Matt.
And I'm Paige.
And we're here to inspire others, to bring you guys into our lives and tell you a little bit about our journey. Over 20 years together, we've learned a few things.
We're going to work toward being the best version of yourself possible. We're going to dig into building a positive mindset, discuss mental health, addiction recovery, improving fitness, building businesses, and insight into what it takes to navigate life today. Welcome to another episode of Till the Wheels Fall Off. Today we are talking about time management. We actually had a good friend of ours and a listener reach out to us asking us to talk about this. So Matt and I have a few things that we want to help y'all with, hopefully. Like how do we deal with family time and working out and meal prepping and businesses, social media, all the extracurricular stuff. Like how do we make time for this and what do we do? Do we have a process? Matt, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm just here for the ride, man.
Okay.
If I'm being real in our relationship, you tend to keep track of time better.
Okay.
Like, you are the schedule keeper. Like anytime anyone asks me, hey, you want to get together this Saturday? I always reply, I got to ask the boss.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, to say that this is your realm would be an understatement, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, I used to be a very scheduled type person to where everything had to be written out. I wanted things to be planned perfectly. I needed it to be set in stone. And all I did when I did that was fail over and over and over again because I had expectations that were always ruined. Do you know that feeling?
Oh, yeah.
So I've kind of learned to take things one day at a time, and I have a process of trial and error. When I start something new, it doesn't just automatically happen. Let's say the podcast, for instance, we would record on a Tuesday night and then it would be released on Wednesday. We learned really quickly that that's not the best way to do this.
That was rough.
And then we, set it back to a Monday night and we were like, this isn't really good either. So now we're finally on a Sunday night and we'll start recording like 3 episodes at once so that we're kind of ahead of the game. But that's what's working for us now. So when it comes to working out and getting things done day to day, that's different for me because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm able to, I have a lot of, my schedule is pretty flexible until the evening time where we're pretty structured because we have a lot of kids' activities. But Matt, do you want to talk about working out and how it works for you?
Yeah, it always blows my mind when someone says I don't have time for X, Y, or Z. Here's the thing that people don't consider is that 4 a.m. is also a time. And you can make time in your day by simply getting up earlier. Mm-hmm. I've found that it's a great hack. And some people were just, they're like, I'm never going to do it. Okay, fine. Then be stressed out with your schedule. It doesn't fit. Because I'm telling you, you can get a lot accomplished before 8 a.m. A lot.
That's true.
So I usually get up about 4 and I work out. Well, first, before I do anything at all, first thing I do when I wake up in the mornings, I get my head right. I'll meditate, I'll say some prayers. I'll kind of think about what I have to do that day and sort of guide my thoughts where they need to be in order to make that happen. And then I'll exercise. And then, done by 7:30 at the latest, 7 a.m. usually. And then I'm at the office, I'm taking care of business. And then I'm using my phone a lot. A lot of people have personal assistants, things like that. I don't. I have Siri. And so I don't know if a lot of people use this, but there's a reminders app if you have an iPhone. I'm sure that Android's got an equivalent of some kind, but there's a reminders app. And you just hold down the button that like makes Siri come up and you just say, remind me to do X, Y, and Z at 10 a.m., whatever it may be. And throughout the day, I'll do that for stuff coming up in the future. Mm-hmm. And it will remind you. So I have mine set up to remind me like a day before or 2 hours before, and it keeps me on track.
Right.
Like I don't have the capacity in my brain to keep track of all this stuff. So my reminders will have 10 to 12 things on there. And it could be something as small as give so-and-so a call back, or it could be pick a kid up from dance class or coach baseball or whatever it may be. But I'm using that all the time.
Yeah, it's been great for you.
All the time. And as soon as the thought hits my mind, I do it.
Yes.
Because if I don't, I will forget.
That is true.
I have to take immediate action. That's kind of how I roll in general. Like, I don't wait for anything. Like we've always disagreed on this, is that when something needs to be addressed, I have to address it right then and there. Mm-hmm. First of all, because I like doing uncomfortable things. Second, if I don't do it right then, I'm probably just going to forget about it.
Right.
That's how I figured it out.
Yeah. So, but let's talk about what happens when you don't wake up in the morning and you don't get your scheduled workout in. What do you do?
I just fall apart and I just cry. The rest of the day's ruined.
Whatever.
No, so I leave myself to be flexible. So
Yes.
not every day do I get it perfect, and that's okay. Like there's plenty of days where I wake up late. I don't wake up until 6:30 or something like that, 6:45, like a normal human. And then okay, I got to figure it out some other time. So I'll hoover my lunch at my desk, and then I'll take my lunch hour and I'll go work out. Or I'll come home in the evenings and I'll get it done when everyone else is, I'm not affecting anyone else's schedule.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say, because the only time that you'll do that is if you know that we have some type of dance or baseball or something that you don't have to be involved in.
Yeah, necessarily. I'd like to be there, but
Right.
like we can make that time in the schedule.
Right. But you make the time to give yourself some self-care by working out, even if it's in the evening time.
But it's a constant adjustment. And like my priorities, like work is always a priority for me. I have to be there. I have to do that. Exercise is a priority, but it comes after work because I don't get paid to work out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If someone wants to do that for me, I'd appreciate it. And then, we have the family obligations, and then there's this stuff that I like to do on my own.
Right.
So I kind of keep a rough priority in my mind about what we need to do.
Yes.
And like the podcast, I consider work. So it comes up there and I do that hell or high water, whether I want to or not.
Yep.
So if I have the thought burn episode, like even during the week,
Yes.
I will stop what I'm doing and I'll put a reminder, hey, make a note of this topic, whatever it may be. Remind me in an hour, because I know I'll have time in like an hour.
Yes.
And then when that hour comes up, when that reminder goes off, man, I do it.
Yeah.
Right then and there.
Yes.
I will get out. I'll start jotting down notes. Paige and I have a shared file that we use. We have a notes file. And does it alert you if I update it?
Yeah.
So you get an update. Hey, Matt just completed some notes. And that means, hey, go check this out and see where I'm going with this episode. Add some stuff.
Right.
Let me know what you think. And we collaborate back and forth like that. But we use technology to our benefit.
Yeah, we do. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on the social media part. Where like, how do we have time to get on social media? This is something that I actually have to work on a lot more. I think that I need to set aside some time every day to do that, like maybe an hour or two to actually work on social media instead of randomly picking up my phone and checking social media, because then you can just go mindlessly down scrolling through stuff where you're wasting time. I really need to put it in my calendar just do it at this time, Paige, and you're good to go.
Yeah, because it means so what we're doing is we're building a following. We're really building a following, but you have to keep up with trends and you have to kind of know where things are headed and what's new and what's hot and where people are at and kind of where the vibe of everything is at. So you're right, you do have to.
Yeah, and I'm
schedule
trying.
some time
It's part of my job. Like I'm trying to get creative. I need to figure out what I need to do next. And that's something that I'm still working on with trial and error.
Yeah. And so, so our good friend, listener, Laura, she's awesome. We love her to death. She asked us this question, like time management. I had to think about it. I'm like, man, I never really thought about like how we get all this stuff done, but we do accomplish a ton of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
And then to think about the inner workings and how you actually do it. It's kind of interesting because I know people that are far busier than we are even.
Yes.
Like we've got a couple of friends where it's like every time I turn around, they are doing something.
Yeah.
And I always wonder like how in the world did they do it?
Yeah.
But I guess, we kind of look at our schedule and it is kind of crazy if you think about it.
But we take, like I said, we really do not look very far into the future to schedule things. We are very much one day at a time type people.
Yeah. I don't even like scheduling vacations, to be real.
No, that is true. I mean, it's just, it takes the pressure off for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why it works, but it works for us. It helps us figure out what is going to work for us.
We even changed the way that we vacation, if you think about it. And we came from two different schools. I came from like a fly by the seat of your pants kind of school. And she came from the like, let's plan this out and every moment has to be structured. And you've actually kind of reverted back to my way of doing this, especially when it comes to vacations. because it's vacation. Let's not make it like our lives are the other, 200 and whatever days a year that you're running around like crazy trying to accomplish stuff. Like vacation should be relaxing.
Yeah.
So we'll have a general idea of things we'd like to do on a given day, and then it's just adventures. Let's figure it out. Like, I don't know if we've told the story before about our DC trip. Have we?
Maybe.
Okay, so woke up one morning, wasn't having it, stressed out, kind of lost my mind. It was just, I don't know, 7 a.m. By probably 2:00, we were on a plane to DC.
Yeah.
And just like, all right, let's go do this. And
I don't even think we had fully clean clothes. I was just like, y'all just find some stuff, pack your bags, let's go.
Let's go, man.
And if we don't have something that we need, we'll just find it when we get there.
Yeah. So as structures we may seem, because we do accomplish a lot, it's not always the case. And I think that there's beauty in the chaos of it all sometimes.
No, I do. I believe that. I don't know. It works for us.
Yeah. We're not super structured people. We're just not.
Oh, and we also don't take a lot of time to just sit on butt and do nothing. Like every day, our self-care is working out or doing something for our minds.
Meditating in the morning.
The only time we actually sit to watch TV would be at nighttime when we're going to bed. We don't take many breaks from things because everything is so balanced. So we take Sunday. That's our one day a week where we don't really schedule anything or plan anything.
It's rare we do.
Right. I mean, we
Super
do our
rare.
podcast in the evenings, but that's it.
Yeah. Other than that, Sunday is left open. That's our self-care day.
Yeah.
The other 6 days, you're working your butt off doing something.
Exactly.
You're working towards something. You're working on something. You're getting better at something. You're improving something.
And that's where the balance is.
Yeah. So, but we do take a whole day to just basically veg, and we have to kind of reset. I think you have to have that time to reset. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be a whole long time, but but then again, I've always said this, I reserve the right to change my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
At any given time. Mm-hmm. If the situation requires that I have to work nonstop, fine. If the situation allows for me to veg more, fine. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I don't stick by any hard rules, and it's not like I have, no one's keeping score. No one's grading me on this stuff. It's just make sure we're getting it done.
Yeah. So I hope that these time management tips help you. Like I said, we don't really have a set way of doing things. We just try to do the best we can.
Yeah. And it works for us, man.
Yeah, it does.
It works for us. Okay. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Leave us a review. It helps others find this podcast that may be in need of something like this. Check us out on social media at Instagram at TWFO_couple. That's TUFO_couple. On Facebook at TUFO couple, and on our website and blog at www.tufocouple.com. Please interact with us. Leave us comments. Let us know what you're working toward. And like Laura did, if you have any questions or you'd like to hear us cover certain topics, please send us a message. We would love to address them.
Yes.
We would love to. Please interact with us. Let us know what you're working on. Give us some feedback. I think that's all we've got tonight. Until next time, I am Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we'll see you.
Bye.